three things promised in this lifetime: death, taxes, and an inconsistent Giants offense. Will two rookie call-ups make the difference? We're going to talk about it right here. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Buster and the Giants. I'm your host, Jonah Johnson, a freelance video producer and editor and a die-hard San Francisco Giants fan. In today's episode, we'll be going over the dreadful 6-game road trip in which the Giants faced the Phillies and the Tampa Bay Rays, what all went wrong, and what all went wrong. We'll also be talking about the call-ups for Bryce Eldridge and Jesus Rodriguez, as well as looking ahead into the week for which the Giants face the Padres and the Pittsburgh Pirates. First, let's go over the Phillies series. Before any games could start in the 3-game series, the Phillies would fire their manager Rob Thompson after they got off to a 9-19 start. In Game 1, the Giants faced Jesus Luzardo. If this was your first time watching Luzardo this season, you probably thought he's in contention for the National League Cy Young Award at the end of the season. Luzardo pitched 7 innings, allowing 2 hits and striking out 8. This was the first time all season that he hasn't allowed one single run in a start. Game 2 was an offensive masterclass in which the Giants had the lead going into the 9th inning, 2-1. Ryan Walker came in for the save in the 9th inning, giving up a leadoff single, then a strikeout, and I wish I was kidding about this next part, but then he threw 9 straight sinkers to Bryson Stott, and on that 9th pitch, which was right down the middle, he hits it for a triple down the right field line, which scores the tying run. Then Justin Crawford came up to bat and got the walk-off hit, giving the Phillies the win 3-2. In Game 3, the Giants had the lead 5-4 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. With Keaton Winn on the mound and Kyle Schwarber up to the plate, Winn would throw 7 straight splitters to Schwarber, and on that 7th one, he hits a double to tie the game. Elliot Ramos comes up to bat in the top of the 10th with Drew Gilbert on second. Ramos hits a single up the middle and it's deflected off of Bryson Stott's glove, and Hector Borg, Giants' third base coach, puts up the stop sign and Gilbert wouldn't score. This is then followed by a strikeout, lineout, and a flyout. They would go on to lose in the bottom of the 10th inning, courtesy of a sac fly. Overall, the Phillies series was a gut punch, but for the Giants, things just got worse once they got to Tampa Bay to face the Rays. In Game 1, they would be shut out 3-0. In Game 2, they would lose 5-1 in a bullpen game for the Rays. In Game 3, the Giants would score in the first inning, but then not score for the rest of the game. The Rays would tie it up in the bottom of the 8th inning on a sacrifice bunt, and then in the bottom of the 10th inning, Jonathan Aranda would come up to bat and hit a bloop single over Luis Arias' head for the walk-off, giving the Rays a sweep over the Giants. Overall, the Giants racked up a total of 42 hits and 9 runs scored in their 6-game road trip. Currently, the Giants sit at a record of 13-21, and things don't seem to be getting better as the season's going along. It seems like the Giants find new ways to lose every single game, but mostly it's been the offense that's been losing us games. 3 of our top paid guys, in Matt Chapman, Rafael Devers, and Willy Adames, just simply are not getting the job done. However, there is a couple guys that continue to put together good at-bats. Casey Schmidt went 8 for 25 with 2 RBIs this past week, and Luis Arias went 7 for 25 with 3 RBIs. Due to the Giants' offensive woes, they had to call in backup, and that's exactly what we'll see this week, with Bryce Eldridge and Jesus Rodriguez joining the big league club. In 137 plate appearances this year in AAA, Bryce Eldridge has an on-base percentage of .445 and a slugging percentage of .518. His strikeout percentage is right under 30, and he's walking about 15% of the time. This Giants lineup's biggest weakness is its power, and hopefully Bryce Eldridge can help with that. However, let's not count on a 21-year-old rookie to come in and save the day. But if he does, awesome. The other player the Giants called up is Jesus Rodriguez, who was acquired in the Camilo Doval trade last year. In 115 plate appearances in AAA this year, Rodriguez has a .400 on-base percentage and a .440 slug percentage. He has walked more times than he has struck out, 12 walks to 11 strikeouts. He can play catcher, outfield, and I believe some infield positions. With these two coming up, hopefully the lineup sees some changes. I don't know what this means for Casey Schmidt. I believe that he should be getting at-bats every single day because of how well he's been hitting. Does this mean that Vitello's going to bench Chapman? Maybe Adames? Maybe Devers? We'll see. As hard as it is to bench some of your best players, you gotta do what you gotta do in spots like this, especially when those guys aren't hitting. At the very least, Bryce Eldridge should be seeing the field every single day. After a long, gruesome road trip, the Giants return home to face the Padres and the Pirates. In Game 1 of the Padres series, it'll be Randy Vasquez versus Trevor McDonald. In Game 2, it'll be Walker Buehler on the bump for the Padres, and in Game 3, it'll be Matt Waldron. Right now, we don't know who's going to be pitching for the Giants on Tuesday and Wednesday. The Pirates will be flying in from Phoenix after they face the Diamondbacks. Right now, it's not clear who will be pitching for the Pirates nor the Giants during that series. However, I did see Paul Skeens is scheduled to pitch against the Diamondbacks on Wednesday. So, at the very least, we might not have to face Paul Skeens. Not gonna lie, this season has sucked for Giants fans. We're only 1 month into the season, so there's plenty of time to turn things around. I think with this roster shakeup, things will start to look better. Do you think the Giants could turn things around? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this week's video. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's much appreciated. Be fair, be kind, and as always, go Giants. I'll see you next week.